Oh hey Tombox, I'm returning your playset of droplets.
Yo, dude, where's the sleeves?
You gave me sleeves? Oh, I guess I lost them then. They're just sleeves anyways.
What the hell happened to them? It's like you put them through a dual disc.
Dude, it was like that when I got them.
Oh, that's a lie and you know it. I took a video, remember, of when you borrowed the
Dude,
cards?
chill. Oh my god, it's just cardboard. Like, it's basically a couple of cents in manufacturing. Like, Yugioh should just be free. Like, I don't know why you're so upset. Wait, what the hell is that?
Just a fist of dark energy. Oh, don't worry. With the slightest touch of this fist, you'll be sent to the Shadow Realm. At least in the NA dub. Hey guys, this is Tombox. Welcome to MST.TV. Two quick announcements here. First of all, information about the 69696 giveaway. Slight update because of you guys voting on multiple winners rather than one ultra super special winner. So we're going to talk about that later in this video when I talk about this special little binder here. Now, in terms of the second announcement, I will be making a merch store very soon, or rather I'll be launching the merch store very soon, so stay tuned for that. It's going to feature some next level stuff, and I'm going to be doing occasional drops in there from time to time, and I'm working really hard on that one, so stay tuned for that. But anyways, back to today's video. I'm going to be telling you guys a story in this book. I'm just kidding, this is not really a book, this is my side binder, but rather than just show you guys a bunch of cool cards, we're gonna break down the format based off of the side pool, so maybe hopefully it can give you guys a little bit of insight on what's going on in the format, how you should side, perhaps give you guys a bit of a leg up when you move into a new format. And so make sure you guys smash the thumbs up button, hit subscribe, ding notification bell, and let's begin. First page, bunch of Ghost Girls, nothing really changed here. Everyone should have a full set. I guess the hardest one to get would be the Ghost Mourner, but she's pretty cheap in comparison to, like, I don't know, Secret. If you're trying to max rarity, then well, good luck, guys. They will cost you an arm and a leg. Anyways, moving on from there, we can go into the actual stuff that matter here, which is Drone Lockbird. Used to be crap, but eventually became really good because due to the fact that Yu-Gi-Oh shifted into an over-searching format, I think from the Dragon Ruler format and onwards, that's when it became overly apparent that Drone Lockbird is probably going to be coming in and out of formats, and that's exactly what happened. From Dragon Ruler to Necros to just... Even now, it's actually still pretty good against Dragon Link, it's pretty good against Drytron, like... If you can resolve a Drone Lockbird on the first turn, it's usually a turn skip base card. Maxie's Maxi, kind of the same deal, just overly powerful, really. Gemini Imps, if it's in the format, you have a problem because you have a hand loop that discards and you're siding for it. You're not siding anything else, you're siding this, which means the other handlers just aren't cutting it and you want that monster to be gone. Yeah, that means, should you get this card? I would say no, because you can just wait for our ban list to actually kill that, because Konami does not like, well, hand loops. Moving on, we have our Gamma Negators. Gamma is great, just really good all around. Effect Veiler, if you're smart, then it's really good, because it's not as good in general compared to before. New Yu-Gi-Oh makes it so that it's harder to use effectively, but if you are good with it, 500 IQ, it's worth playing. What's not worth playing is the Heavenly Zephyr Mirador. You're gonna have to wait for something that summons a 2000 or more attack, which is likely probably an end boss monster, but sadly most end boss monsters don't really care about this card. Yeah, this card can't be negated, sure, and you can prevent it from being destroyed. However, nothing's preventing it from, I believe, attacking, so I don't see why this would actually live against a boss monster. Nib is Nib, it's the rock, then there's no material, not much really to say here. Like, this card used to be so good during like the previous Master Roll because everything was so choked on that first extra monster zone, but nowadays, not so much. But if we do go back into a deck that does require that first extra monster and link heavy, then you're probably gonna see no material. And if you're gonna see no material, you're likely going to see a Phantasme. And yeah, Phantasme's Phantasme. Just look at Dragon Link, it's like evident in our current format. Graveyard Hate, DD Crow, Skullmeister, and Allied Justice Cycle Reader. And Turn Skipper, D-Shifter. And then we have Chaos Hunter and Lancia. Chaos Hunter less favorable because it is negatable. You can deal with it while it's on the field, which is why people prefer Lancia. Okay, on for some board breakers and board stunners. We have the Pankratops. Nothing to talk about there. Alpha being its successor, more or less. Really good 3000 body and can you recycle or resummon. In terms of kaiju shifts, kaijus nowadays, because of barrier statue wind, we have to play with Godala more than Gamma Seal. Gamma Seal is not going to hold that value for you, especially against the bird up matchup. And that's probably going to be a thing in the long run because Simorgh exists. And simply because the Simorgh exists, if Simorgh is going to be played in any format, and thanks to Tri Brigade, it's very easy to actually play the deck or play those cards, Godala is easily going to be the successors to Gamma Seal, even though they kind of were released at the same time. But this has definitely more value and definitely has more uses now because it's going to be useful. Token Collector, unless we see Link Cross again or we see a new token, we're not going to bother. And if the format's super back row heavy, you will see Denko Sekka. You're not likely going to see Holding Links. This is just my preference, but if you want to be like, I guess, I don't even know the word for it. If you want to be special and be different, you can play Holding Legs. Don't know when this is actually going to kick in. It's just a Hey Trunade that's mandatory. And if it does get destroyed, sent to the graveyard, in the graveyard you can just banish it to stun out another card. So it's decent. Spell Canceller, I guess Floodgate monster. Floodgate monster. If we're playing Sphere mode, you're playing a deck that can, doesn't need to normal summon. And you can't play with hand traps. If you're seeing the egg, it just means that hand traps are not enough and you just need to crack the board in general rather than crack the combo. Then we have Anti-Kwakimeru Drago. More specifically a dragon-based tech, but like I like the card because you can just normal. If you're playing like anything that has a little bit of dragon in it, you can just normal in this anti-chaos right there. And this is anti-dragon, anti-machine. I'm surprised that I'm not seeing more people play this because right now we're seeing a lot more hot red, and hot red cannot negate this, which means if you can bait out some cards, you can probably drop this and force your opponent to get rid of their own hot red. Or you can even negate a card because hot red still has this negation. But you're probably going to deal with a Borlode Savage, which kind of dropped its favor because back when the Thunder Dragon, Danger Thunder Dragon, this was a possibility with the Agripane stuff. Pumpkin Plant, just anti-warrior. Kind of wanted to play this, but unfortunately people are playing cards like Immortal Gearfried, so it's not going to work. Oops, sorry there. Now for spells, just anti-back row. That's most of the focus. Actually, most of the spell focus are anti-back row or complete blowout against the monster line. We have Droplets, Tactics, and Dark Ruler, each serving a different purpose. Like, you're just right now, if you look at the Dragon Link deck, they're playing Phantasme into like Dark Ruler. They main deck Dark Ruler no more. In a format where you have to main deck Dark Ruler no more, all it tells you is your regular hand traps will not be enough to break the board. It's not going to stop them from comboing. They can play around everything and then some. And to crack the board, you have to use Dark Ruler, and even then, that's not good enough. That's why people are playing Dark Ruler and Triple Tactics Talent, because they're going to eat the effect, and they're going to use these cards or some of these cards to regain the advantage. As for Book of Eclipse, we're probably not going to see this in some time, and Swords of Concealing, this unfortunately is completely overshadowed by the, no pun intended, but by the Book of Eclipse, just because the Book of Eclipse is a quick play and can disrupt the combo on top, and this one's mainly there for board breaking and baiting out negations, which is still alright, but not as successful, I would say, as Book of Eclipse. Shared Ride, just too many searches, same deal as Drone Lockbird, but rather than stopping them, you're just sculpting a hand, which could be even more useful. Then there is Zombie World. This page here, Super Poly Zombie World and System Done. There's anti-machine, anti-attribute, anti-typing, and this is anti-anything but zombie. Like, use this against like a Dragon Link deck. They have such a hard time playing, and it's true. They can't make their board because their extract is so locked in. This is more or less Floodgate to them. Call by the Grave, nothing to say there. Mistaken Rest, anti-search, anti-grave, and we're into traps. Right, we're almost halfway there. All right, and this is probably the best page of traps. We have Ice Dragon Prison, we have Imperm, and Evenly Match. Although Evenly Match isn't available in all cases, these two are always going to be good in some sense. I mean, this is a generic negation. You can use this to turn off a Winda, turn off a Floodgate monster. This one here, at worst, is a Monster Reborn. At best, it's a double disruption and really just cuts out the graveyard, cuts out some problems. Eldritch don't like dealing with this. Then there is like if you look at traps in general, a lot of it can deal with back row, like including evenly match. And moving on from here, like tons of face up, anti face up stuff here, like Unending Nightmare, White Howling can deal with spells, Epidemic, Wiretap. You're probably not going to see this very often unless like we really want to shuffle stuff back into the deck. Aside from that, Red Reboot is more or less what the Dark Ruler know more of the trap world, and they made a hand trap counter trap. What do you want me to say? They limited one for a good reason, because it is basically mind-blowing of how good this card is. Once you resolve it, you should be able to OTK, and it doesn't prevent your opponent from taking damage. I mean, if it stops your opponent from taking damage, I can see this being more balanced. Maybe you could see a 3, but since your opponent can just get OTK through the reboot, then yeah, that's why this is there. And Royal Decree, if we have to play this, are we playing a super trap heavy? Are we playing Paleo again? Because then we'll probably see more of that happening. Anti-spell fragments, just I guess this is a precursor anti-side or side against pendulums, but we're not seeing a lot of pendulums. Summon limit, probably the best Floodgate right now. In fact, everything here is a Floodgate. And yeah, these are just types, attributes, and there can be only one. TC Boo. Skill Drain Floodgate, it's not really a Floodgate, it's limited to 1 unfortunately, but it's a nice to have. Mistake, kind of the same deal, over searching. Master Restrict, unless Draco comes back. Yeah, Draco or Monarch becomes like the best deck, or even like a ritual deck, like a Drytron deck. If they get like complete OP and dominate the format, then you're likely going to see a Master Restrict come back as the optimal Floodgate to shut people down. Yeah, not much more to say. This is anti-extra deck, Sanctum, Barrier, Morning Point. These are just kind of like odd text in and out. These are counter side, just so that your opponent can't break your board. You get to rip apart problems. Looking at Crackdown, Get Out, Needle Sealing. In fact, this is supposed to be Torrential. These are like the ones that are supposed to punish your opponent for overcommitting into a board. And are you gonna see these cards often? Like if you want to be like fancy, I guess you'll probably see like Get Out, but Needle Sealing overall is a really good punisher, and same with Torrential Tribute. All good cards. Solemn Brigade, Anti-Grave, and just a bit of protection. I think that kind of covers most of these, and these are just additional fun cards that you can try. Debunk was so hyped up. If you're playing Debunk, there's probably a lot of stuff that your opponent is activating from a hand that can just win. And not only does it win, but it also has like some sort of grave synergy, and you just need to rip it out. But you can also banish stuff from the graveyard too, so it's a decent card that sadly never really sees play. And Titanocider was like overhyped, and Full Force Virus, I'm just waiting for the right time for Full Force. If Full Force is in people's side deck, first of all, Darks are super rampant, and seems like the whole deck is made of tiny combo pieces. It's decent, but you're probably not going to see it. And that kind of summarizes most of the spell traps and monsters. In the extra deck, we have just stuff to break boards, like Anti-Machine, Anti-Dark, and most of these are just super poly targets. Yeah, super poly targets, and Dweller is something that you should probably side in if you don't have space for. And that kind of covers everything for this binder. All right, that was 10 minutes of story time into this particular binder now. What's in the box, Tom? Or what's in the binder, Tom? I'll talk about that in a second. Let's just talk about the giveaway details right now. So the giveaway detail is that, first of all, you guys asked for multiple winners, so rather than have you guys fill up a bunch of Gleam forms for like every single different type of object that you could win and figure out the logistics of that, I think we're just going to do it through a live stream. Now, is the live stream going to be happening on YouTube or Twitch? I think it's going to be through Twitch, just because I don't want to deal with DMCAs and like music issues. Like every single time I did a live stream on YouTube, it gets demonetized like every single time because oops, used the wrong music there. Yeah, and unfortunately that's why it's going to be on Twitch side. Make sure you guys subscribe, ding the notification bell, stay aware of the announcements that might come up to tell you guys when it'll be up. I will at least give you a 1 week advance notice about when that stream is going to go up, because I'm not a streamer, guys. Yeah, and then we'll work out the giveaway from there. And yeah, you guys are really breaking my bank, because rather than just dealing with shipping once, I'm probably going to deal with shipping like 10 times. yeah, that part kind of sucks. But anyways, let's get into what's in the binder here. So what am I giving to you guys? Hopefully someone that actually needs this stuff. So there is a playset of Ghost Ogres. All right, there's a playset of Ghost Ogres. There is a playset of Ghost Reapers, and there is a playset of Common Ash. Okay, yes, they are common, but you know, like even the common ones are pretty expensive. Like good luck trying to find a Salamangrate, basically the salad structure deck. Then we have 2 Ghost Bells. I couldn't pull the last one. I opened so many boxes and displays of the gold series, and let me just tell you, I just couldn't pull a last Ghost Bell. Like not even the alternate art, I just couldn't get it. So unfortunate, but what we'll make up for is we'll just have you a playset of Drone Lockbird. I don't think Drone Lockbirds are even cheap, but you guys get a playset of it just to deal with a lot of those heavy searching decks. I want this side deck binder to be useful to you guys. It can be as competitive as you need it to be. I mean, for most of the expensive, super expensive stuff, I'm sorry, you guys are gonna have to handle on your own, but anything that requires like the toolbox so you guys can just maybe save your funds for something a bit more useful, this is the opportunity to do so. There's also a playset of Nibiru in here, by the way, so if you want to crack a board from comboing, there you go. It even comes with the rock, gold rocks. Now, to give you guys a little bit more diversity in your side decking, there's also a playset of Veiler, Token Collector, DD Crow, just so that there's variety. Deal with effect monsters, deal with tokens, deal with the graveyard, but you can also break a board with a Kaiju, or you want to prevent someone from banishing with using Chaos Hunters. I'm just throwing in the Chaos Hunters because I just have so many. Pancratops is in here as well. Not common, I just give you size. I mean, it's been reprinted so many times, so whatever, guys. This is Beaufort 9. I threw it in here because it is technically a hand trap and it's kind of unique. Maybe you guys will find a way to use it. Now, for the spell lineup, Super Poly, Shared Ride, and a Gold Feather Duster. You guys can only play 1 anyway. Imagine if Duster was at 3. Oh my god, that'd be insane. But yeah, Duster's here, Super Poly's here. You guys are gonna have to find your own targets. But Shared Ride, it was part of Gold Series, but it's also one of the most useful side deck cards when it comes to like over searching. So this might be one of your options to max see your opponent. There's also a playset of Mind Control and a playset of Call by the Grave. I think these are not that expensive. I think they're fine. And yes, for this part here, although I'm not including some of the biggest like spell cards in the game, I will include some of the more useful ones, such as a playset of Impermanence and as well as a playset of the Evenly Matches. I promised you guys I would. Like, if you guys watched that Ghost in a past video, you guys will know. I said I was going to be in here, and it is in here. And just additional variety, more Floodgates, Solemn, a Pointer, Boot Sector. Is there anything else in here? Oh, there's even more. A playset of Anti-Spell Fragrance, Goes in Match, Feather, or not Feather Storm Duster, but like Heavy Storm Duster, Pair of Typhoons, and I am giving you a DT copy of Anti-Spell Fragrance. And I know they're all different copies. Funny enough, these are the 3 that I was forced to switch to because the other one had like card yellowing. So one of the judges in like 2017, like, oh, you can't play this. So I picked these up instead to play. Yeah, unfortunate. But anyways, that would be the binder that we're giving away. Hopefully this binder is hype enough for you guys. If it's hype enough, leave it down in the comment section. If you guys are going to stay tuned and get ready for that massive giveaway stream. It's going to be a giveaway stream. We're probably going to do some live dueling, some remote duel, some just fun stuff overall. Maybe just chatting. Who knows? Well, hit subscribe, ding the notification bell. Appreciate it. If you guys enjoyed this video, enjoyed looking at what the side deck binder should look like, and what does it mean in every format, well, hit that thumbs up button. Appreciate you guys for watching. Stay tuned for the next one, and love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one.